Hey everybody, I'm so excited to be back with you today, and today is going to be all about education and teaching you all about the different oils, what they can be used for, and then teaching you about other products that Young Living sells, because a lot of people think of Young Living as just being an essential oil company, but there are so many different products that are fantastic beyond essential oils. We love the essential oils. That's how most of us get started with Young Living, but they have so many other products that are just as great that I continually order and would love to share with you. So this video is going to be about some of my favorite oils, which are in what is called the Premium Starter Kit with Young Living. So they have taken the most popular, most useful oils that are great for the, largest amount of people, and they have put it in this kit, and it looks like this. There are 11 oils in it, and these are oils that you can use every single day. There is not an oil in here that I don't use, and so just want to educate you on what they can be used for so that you can make an informed decision. If you already have a kit, you can go ahead and pull yours out and go through them with me and smell them with me. If you don't have a kit, then we'll talk about that later. But this is just education so that you know how to use these oils. Young Living has a couple hundred different single essential oils and blends. So obviously I can't go through all of them, but these are some of the favorites. So let's go ahead and go through these 11 oils, and I'll kind of give you some tips on how to use them. So the cool thing about essential oils is there's not just one use for an essential oil. There are multiple uses for essential oils. So like you'll see when I go to lavender, there's a whole host of uses for lavender. It's not one and done. There's many different ways that you can use these, and that's what I love. So if you're using an oil for a certain thing and you're not getting the desired result, you can try a different oil, and then you can come back to this oil for a different thing that you want to work on. So it's not like all is lost. There's many, many, many different uses for these oils. So let's go through the first one. The first one is frankincense. And frankincense is one of the top oils for the skin. You can dilute it. Diluting means that you mix it with a carrier oil. So you can dilute it and put it on your skin. It's also safe enough that you can put it directly on the skin, but diluting it just helps you to get it all over your skin. A drop or two is plenty for all of these oils, okay? So you're not having to use, 10 drops at a time. 1 to 2 drops is plenty per use. So you can mix it with a carrier oil. You can mix it with your daily moisturizer. Lots of Young Living's moisturizers and skincare has frankincense in it, which we'll talk about later on tonight. But you can use that. It's also a key ingredient in Young Living's Brain Power Essential Oil Blend, so it's great for cognitive support. You can also diffuse it in your diffuser during prayer time or your Bible study for grounding and purpose. And so those are just a few of the uses for frankincense. I don't think I mentioned this anywhere, but I am not allowed to associate an essential oil with an ailment or an illness. And I'm not allowed to prescribe this for an illness. So you won't hear me say, use such and such for a headache, or use such and such for a cold or cancer or anything like that. I am not allowed to do that. It's against the law. And so you will hear a lot of my descriptions being very general. And so before I go on, let me talk about how you do find that information that I am not allowed to give you, and any Young Living distributor is not allowed to give you. So there are a couple good reference guides out there. This is one. This is one that you can get from Life Science Publishers. Their website is discoverlsp.com. And this is a huge book. They have smaller versions, but if you love reading and love getting information and love having the entire amount of information, then you can get something like this, desk reference. And so what you can do is you can look up anything, which I can't show you this close up because it says things I'm not allowed to say, but you can look up anything. It will tell you what oils to use, what supplements to use, how to use them. And it really just helps you to be able to have the knowledge to know what to do safely in regard to your health and wellness. In the large reference guide, there's also information in the front about specific oils. So if you want to look up lavender and what it can be used for, you can look up lavender. It will tell you all the uses for lavender. It'll also give you the history of essential oils, about the research and documentation for essential oils. It'll tell you even about using essential oils on animals and babies and things like that. So it's a really, really awesome book to invest in to help you to know what to use your oils for, if you have a specific thing that you need to work on in terms of your wellness, and it'll tell you, what essential oils or what supplements to use. So now that I've gone through that, you'll know why I'm kind of general in my descriptions of what these can be used for, but you now have a resource to take you where you need to go to show you exactly what they can be used for. All right, so let's move on. The next one is lavender. Most of you have heard of lavender. Most of you have smelled lavender or some form of possibly synthetic lavender at the store. But lavender is the Swiss Army knife of essential oils. It can be used for so many different things. It's fantastic. If you don't know what to use for whatever you're going through, try lavender, because chances are it can be of benefit to your body. So it is a great oil for relaxation. So I like to use it in my diffuser at bedtime, or rubbed on the bottoms of the feet for me and my kids, my husband. It is also a great skin supporting oil. So if we have a little owie or something like that, we'll put lavender on it and it works great for the skin. You can also put a few drops, 4 drops in an Epsom salt bath before you get in the bath. Let's see, what else? Yeah, soothing and calming aroma. I think I said everything in my little notes here. So lavender is an awesome oil. You do not ever want to be out of lavender. Ooh, especially this time of the year. So I use a trio of lemon, lavender, and peppermint this time of the year when the seasons start to change and when my nose gets a little tickly and my throat gets a little tickly. I love to use this in the diffuser, in a roll-on. I have a nasal inhaler that I like to sniff, that trio. So that's another great use for lavender. The next one is purification. And so purification is used to freshen the air and eliminate odors. So you can make a carpet powder, I guess you would call it, a carpet powder with baking soda and a few drops of purification that you sprinkle on your carpet before you vacuum it up. You can also put this on a cotton ball and put it in shoes or gym bag. It's also great for outdoor annoyances. So you can wear this before you go outside because it has lemongrass and I think citronella. Yeah, it's got citronella and lemongrass in it. And so it's great for those outdoor annoyances so that they leave you alone. If they don't leave you alone, you can drop this on your skin after you come back inside and it helps with that. Let's see, what else? You can, I think those are the main uses. That's all I'm able to say. So that's what I'm going to say right now. I will say purification is no longer in the premium starter kit. They have replaced it with Citrus Fresh, which is another great blend. And the Vitality Citrus Fresh you can put in your water and drink it, and it's got antioxidants and cleansing properties. But you can still purchase purification. It's just not in the starter kit anymore. They just had to change that just due to its popularity and the sourcing of the oils inside of it. They just wanted to make sure that it is something that's always available to us, and so they took it out of the starter kit. But you can still purchase it. That's no problem. All right, the next oil is Stress Away. I love Stress Away. It's a blend of vanilla and lime and a couple other essential oils. Smells fantastic in my opinion. I know not everybody loves the same smells, but I love Stress Away, and you can imagine what this is used for. It's used to help decrease your stress. So I like to keep mine in my purse with a roller ball on it. And so when I go grocery shopping, especially like grocery shopping with the kids, I'll roll it behind my ears and on my wrists, and I'll inhale the aroma. And I just love it for calming me down and helping me not to be so stressed. So that's Stress Away. The next is Pan Away. Pan Away has a child safety cap because it has wintergreen in it. Any essential oil or blend with wintergreen in it has a child safety cap simply because it smells like a peppermint candy or smells like a wintergreen candy. And so you just don't want to chance it with your kids thinking that this is candy and wanting to drink the whole bottle. So anything with wintergreen has a child safety cap, but Pan Away is a wonderful minty blend, and it's great for soothing the muscles. So after you work out, If you trip and fall and you need some support to your muscles, that way you can rub it on. You can rub it, on your shoulders, anywhere on your body. This is one that needs to be diluted, so mixed with a carrier oil. All of the colored labels will say on the bottle if it needs to be diluted, and that's simply because it can be slightly hot to the skin with the peppermint and the wintergreen in it. Some people don't dilute any of their oils. That's called using it neat, but I like to follow the instructions on the bottle just so that I know that it is going to feel good on my skin. So Panaway is great. Another thing that I love about Panaway is, and really all essential oils, is water magnifies the essential oils. So as you know, water and oil don't mix. And so if you put an essential oil on your skin and then either get in the bath or in the shower or put a wet washcloth on it, it's going to help drive it in. So I have hip pain just due to attempting to be a runner not too long ago. And so I'll put Panaway on my hip, and then I will get in the bathtub and it will drive it in, and it will feel like I have a heating pad on my hip while I'm taking a bath. It's just fantastic. All right, I feel like I'm taking a little bit long, so I'm going to quicken up a little bit because I want to respect your time. The next oil is RC, and so this supports a healthy respiratory system, so I like to rub it on my chest, and it helps just open things up and helps me to be able to breathe well. You can also diffuse it. It's got 3 types of eucalyptus in it. It also encourages an atmosphere of comfort. So you can diffuse this, and it just encourages that comfortable feeling. In the starter kit now, you can't get RC anymore. You can purchase it individually, but it's no longer in the starter kit. They've replaced it with Raven, which has the exact same effect. So both of them are used for respiratory support. So if you do buy a starter kit, you're going to still have that respiratory support in there. But if you want the 3 types of eucalyptus, you can get RC. All right, now we're going to talk about some of the vitality oils in the kit. So if you saw my post yesterday, you saw that Young Living sells some dietary essential oils. They have the white label. And so all of these can be used for dietary use. So some of them you can drop under your tongue. I say some of them. You could do it to all of them, but some of them would be very strong and you wouldn't necessarily want to drop them under your tongue. But all the white labels, they can be put in a vegetable oil capsule and taken that way. They can be put in your tea or your coffee. There's all sorts of different ways you can take these internally, including cooking with them. So I pulled out the wrong one. All right, the first one that I want to talk about is Peppermint Vitality. It is awesome. So I like to do 1 drop of this under my tongue, not on top of my tongue, but under my tongue. It is super minty. So just know that. Sometimes I will dilute it first in a separate bottle and then do a drop under my tongue, but it is very, very effective for gastrointestinal comfort, healthy bowel function. It's also supportive during exercise. You can use regular peppermint to put on a wet cloth and put it on your neck if you're working outside and you get hot. It helps cool down the body. It's also great for head tension, so diluted and put on your forehead. It's great for that as well. So peppermint is also kind of like lavender, where there is a ton of different uses for it, and it's great for so many different things. It is also one that I never want to be out of. So one of my favorite uses for peppermint is making a peppermint mocha. So 1 drop of peppermint, a little bit of cocoa powder, some maple syrup, and some milk in my coffee, and it's delicious. Delicious, delicious. So enjoy peppermint. The next one is Copaiba. A lot of people have trouble saying this, but I have always heard it said Copaiba. So that is an essential oil that is great for overall wellness. And so you can take this in a capsule every day as part of your wellness regimen, and it supports every system of the body. It's also a great skin oil, so you can use Copaiba directly on the skin. The next one is Digize. This is a wonderful digestive support. So I personally don't care for the taste of Digize, so I don't take this under my tongue. I'll take it in a capsule, especially after I have issues with gluten just not agreeing with my body. So if I do decide to have gluten, then sometimes I will take this in a capsule, or you can dilute it and rub it around your belly button or on the bottoms of your feet. And it's great, great for the digestive system. All right, we've got just 2 left. So Thieves is the next one. Thieves Vitality is fantastic for immune system support. We like to do a drop of this in a teaspoon of honey, and we call it spicy honey because it is spicy, but it is very effective. It'll coat the throat. It will soothe the throat. My son has also done Thieves and Copaiba, 1 to 2 drops of each in a cup of water, and then he'll swish it around his mouth. You could swallow it. He likes to spit it out. But when he got his braces on, or when he gets his braces adjusted, he likes to use those just because it has sort of a numbing effect on the gums. Let's see, what else for Thieves? You can also add it to your tea. It can be a dietary supplement, a wellness supplement for every single day. And Young Living also has a whole line of Thieves products, which we'll also talk about later, that is great for cleaning your house. All right, the last one is Lemon Vitality. I love lemon Vitality in my water. So I'll take a glass of water and then just do a drop or two in there. It does float to the top. So I have a stainless steel straw that I just stir it around before I drink. Otherwise, you can just use, a metal spoon to stir it around before you drink. But it's great for immune system support. It has D-limonene, I always say it wrong, in it to help support the immune system. And so this is another great one for daily use that can help support your immune system. So as I said, there are hundreds of oils and blends. I can't go through them all. You saw that it took me 15 minutes or so to go through these 11 oils, but I hope that you feel like you're more informed about what essential oils can do for your body, at least this small amount. And I hope